Welcome. Welcome to Interdependence Day. Breathing in, what does that mean for you? That my freedom is a gift to the world. And that I am not free until everyone is free. Breathing into our bodies in this moment, in this breath. Finding peace. Finding calmness. No matter what happens around us or inside of us. That's the secret, right? Is to, wow, something happened. And it's outside of us and it has an impact inside of us, right? So it's times like this that we practice noticing the skin is kind of a random division between us and the world, right? And it's commonly accepted that it's a division between us and there's this inside and outside world. And but when we like to have it a different temperature than our environment, when something happens, it impacts us. And and I'm sort of moving from that in my body, how that is when I want my surroundings to be a different temperature than they are. In my case, it's usually I want them warmer than they are. So this time of year is usually not a problem for me, and am aware when it gets colder that I get uncomfortable if I can't control the temperature. One of the people on the call today, we were at a retreat together, and the temperature was, I can't remember. It was either too hot or too cold, or whatever it was. There was 1,000 people there to hang out with Thich Nhat Hanh, and we were in a tent, and people were not happy. And I remember Sister Annabelle saying, notice when we don't like the temperature, what happens inside of us. Can we find peace inside of us when there's a part of us going, oh, I'm uncomfortable right now? Can we find peace when things are not going as we had expected them to go, had wanted them to go? God knows, yes, this morning, not having transportation to get to Wi-Fi. And it's like, okay, it'll start when I get there, or, late again. Finding peace when I have no control over my surroundings. But I think that I don't know if you remember this, speaking to the person that's in person, but Sister Annabelle was just very, very, very much like, just use this as an opportunity to find peace in yourself, or to notice if there's a part of yourself that really wants to be acknowledged for, I don't like it when it's this temperature. Believe me, I have my preferences for temperature, so I really try to acknowledge my sister-in-law when they want to turn on the air conditioning. It's like, I have sweaters. You cannot take off layers of your skin. I am down for you turning that air conditioner to whatever temperature you want, right? But whew, just to see their kind of intensity around the temperature, and knowing that, that it's important for some people. Knowing that it's important for me sometimes. And it's a chance to practice. Like I said the other day, yay for my triggers. You know, when they could only be something so so simple as the temperature, the weather, my beloveds in Cuba with leaky houses when the hurricane was coming through. Oof. You mind if we don't talk today? No problem. I'm trying to patch my house. You know, weather happens, and it brings up a lot of energy in us. Chaos happens. Chaos meaning I have no control over this, and there's a lot of energy here. And other people being uncomfortable affects me. Just like my sister-in-law. I'm good. I have sweaters, right? It's all good. I don't want people to be, I understand that we're all different. And what I do have control over is how I take care of my internal world, my perceptions, my preferences, my sweat, my chills. My perception, my awakeness around that, and around how other people are triggered by grief, triggered by loss, by wanting things a certain way. Certainly when family gets together, my partner was like, they want things to be a certain way, and I can understand that. And I do have a little bit of sovereignty over my inside world. Sovereignty. That's where my freedom is. That's what I'm celebrating today. The freedom of that pause before I react and make it somebody else's fault. That beautiful pause that I have. When things seem to be in chaos, when they're out of my control, when there's so many high emotions with family, with friends. This is truly my independence, when I can take care of my inner world and find peace. Thank you for sharing this practice with me.